I should be live now. Yeah, 6-7 seconds. I don't see my camera on the preview yet. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to see it. Or... Oh, there I am. Never mind. Okay, cool. Just had to make sure. Welcome to this stream. You're probably watching it as a VOD if you're watching this, and if you're not watching this, I'm pretty sure you're not telling the truth. Anyway, I'm going to be streaming some game dev here for a few hours because, you know, you've got to show people what you're working on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do this on the Helmersoft channel because, apparently I hadn't opened the live stream thing before on there. I didn't know I needed to do that, and now I have to wait 24 hours before I can actually stream because that's requesting access. YouTube is strange, but all subsequent streams will be on the Helmersoft channel instead, and I've linked it in the description as well. And I am fully aware that I am in the webcam, as you can tell. Oh yeah. I'll be switching to the desktop, and hopefully there's no incriminating evidence that ties me to the incident of '97. But yes, so here we are. Here's the game. Really, today, what I want to work on is I just want to make a lot of items, just like it's a common word, but I can't quite remember it. You know, just it's not quite prototype. Just like quick. I want to test it basically. I want to see what I'm able to do. I should announce that I'm streaming as well. I'll do that on my Discord. And if you want my Discord, this goes here. How do I hear? Okay. How do I hear? I don't know. Streaming. Alright. So shit, what was I talking about? Yeah, basically I just want to create a bunch of items, so it's mainly going to be like paint.net. Yeah, this is kind of the issue I faced, but no matter. And I made an item 2 days ago, I'd say, and I decided that 32 by 32 is a reasonable resolution. 16 by 16 is just a little bit too low. Sure, that's sort of the base resolution for the kind of the terrain and the world really in general, because it is, like, I can show you this. I'm gonna make sure that I'm actually showing you the screen, not just my webcam. I know I'm beautiful, but come on. Yeah, see, like this is 3D. This is just a normal model, but this is 3D, and it's completely, I need to tweak the hitboxes, and this is a sprite, so that's a bit of an issue, but it's completely 3D. If I do this, you can see, but all of this is within the pixel grid. The diagonals are a little bit weird, but all the vertices are on that pixel grid. And this is a glitch. Actually it's completely intentional, just because it's fun, right? I'm not sure if I'm gonna have jumping in the game. It's not essential. Basically anything could be in this game though. It's just meant to be fun. The people I've shown it to have taken it way too seriously, and I think it's a little bit lame. I'm not sure if I like the 3D or the 2D view better, if I want both. I can show you the and there's an optimization I'm going to be doing eventually where these don't have hitboxes either, nor do the fences. But you know, this is early development. Basically, I'm going to take, right now, each sort of 8 by 8 pixel bit is its own quad. That's 2 triangles, that's 6 vertices, but really it's 4 vertices because it's shared vertices, it's smooth shading. But regardless, it's just well, it's no good, is it? So I'm gonna well, it works and it's great for making the map, but I'm thinking once I've finalized the map, I'm going to do kind of I'm going to bake the material assignments and stuff, so it'll be larger textures, but it'll be less geometry, a lot less geometry. But we'll see, maybe not. There is obviously, it's not completely flat like we have places like this. What? Did this not update or something? I'm not even walking on water, I'm walking above water. Okay, interesting. Let's look into that, see what's happening. Overworld parent. I've got kind of a Roblox inspired structure for how I go through the different like scenes. I'm not using the scene system because I don't like the loading and stuff. I'm just using the oh yeah, because this is a box collider as an optimization instead of a mesh collider, but here it creates a bit of an issue. Well, it's not really pressing. I'm not gonna do this now and then run into issues because of it later, because I mean, you're not supposed to go off into the water anyway, at least not for now. That's interesting. Yeah, I've got a Roblox inspired system in that here's the overworld parent, I've got a battle scene, and that's what loads, but it's just like a parent object. It's very efficient, especially since loading times aren't very long, and the only problem is it uses more RAM, but I mean, this is not an expensive game performance wise. Oh yeah, this damn bug, this is so embarrassing because this works, it's just not working right now. I've got to fix that too, I guess. I can't click, nothing happens when I click these. I'm sore, I'm working hard. I have to eat so much just to recover. At 4,200 right now I'm having on training days, 3,850 on yeah, that should be it. Yeah, on rest days. Okay. Am I gonna fix this right now? No, that's not really very exciting. I mean, I'm not gonna be implementing the items. I will show off something I've made. The I believe it's here, and profile window. I mean, it's just the imported one from Skyways for now. I mean, I can change the visual parts of it, but this is sort of the UI for the profiles, and it works. It doesn't really have any implications right now, or I think maybe, no, I'm pretty sure logging in works. Last I tried this streaming, but you see I haven't made any kind of considerations or anything to make it make sense at all. Like I haven't made any accommodations. You can make it a developer account. Of course, you're not going to be able to do that in the release version or anything. But streaming, you select it, and there's an object reference issue. Of course, there is. That's just because I'm implementing this. I've had to deal with a lot of dependencies. It's a lot more work than people realize. You see here, there's just some of the scripts. So okay, I'll press it again to get the correct line. Alright, that's so 157 from third. Okay, that's the button. So 157. Oh, it's an action. I can. There is fancy syntax for this, but I don't remember it right now. So I'm just going to write if. I believe that's it, and then that's not going to be a problem. It's just because nothing's claiming this action, nothing's being invoked. Let's try that again. See what happens now if I try to load this. Okay, we get an error again, but that's a different line of code. So profile loaded. Just null checks really. If profile loaded and equal to null. That's different. Right. Oh, I've hard coded that in. Yeah, I hard coded this in because it was bespoke for Skyways. I don't know. I believe I've imported the menu set thing. Yeah, it's a very, very useful thing I made. Basically, it's just you select from different menus, and really they can be any kind of objects, and you get all the functionality of like disabling everything else, and it's just quick and easy. You don't have to rewrite this for every damn thing, you know. It's just a utility thing, really. So that's not the problem. It's just this. There is no menu of index 1 in this menu set. Let's have a look at profile button as it is in situ. Oh, the actual menu set is not assigned. Here is this. Yeah, that is the right one. But that's the menu manager. This is the profile button, which is, this is set. Okay, so the infrastructure for setting this is here. And there is a reference. It's just not assigned. And this is profile menu manager, and that was the script that was here. Okay. Cool. So if I wanted a monkey, no, that doesn't help right now. I need to create this. Basically, this needs to be in a menu set. Or for now, I could just comment it out, I guess. Because this is not happening in this context. It's a different UI situation, but it should show something else eventually. I could maybe add a debug warning or something. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Profile button, I think. No, it's here. Okay, and then I can go through these warnings later to figure out stuff, find various things. That should now not produce an error unless there's something else. I'm not going to think it through too much because it'll be self-evident anyway. Okay, so profile is loaded, but it should close this, so yeah, that's the thing, because it's opening that. This is not in a menu set currently. Isn't there a functionality to close everything in a menu set? There should be. In that case, I'm just going to make a menu set. All menu, yeah, there should be, because hide menu set. This is not use. Whatever. I don't need it right now. Okay, so menu set. Let's put that here. I think makes sense. Menu set, menus, and for now, although hint box could be in there, I guess. I'm addressing it directly at the moment. I think through the instance thing. I think it's certainly not through this anyway. And then from here we can do upper level menu set. Okay, so from there, need to think. I've gone a little sleepy, yes, but what I was doing was this needs to be done as well, but I haven't actually. I don't think I have that UI currently, or do I? It's a very nice day outside, just a little bit cold, but not too bad. I could walk around in this, I think. Maybe sweater occasionally. But I've got to make this. And I can make it fun. There's hardly anyone out there anyway. We're at work. And it'll be nicer when it's warmer. But I really like going outside. Believe it or not, despite being a game developer. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. You see, I completely just... Yeah, my sleep's not the best. I need to put chicken on soon. So that I'm not eating too late and then waking up kind of needing to pee but being too tired to actually get up and pee, and then I keep waking up over and over and not sleeping well, not recovering as well. So soon I'm gonna put chicken on. I'll do just like a BRB at that point, but right now I'm doing this, and that is a sign. Oh yeah, I just need to change the code here. Why is that not? I guess it doesn't work with those because they're that kind of thing. I know what it is. I just kind of. Hide menu set. I want to do that explicitly. Where is? It was profile button. Took me like 3 minutes to remember what I was doing, but hey, if you just stress and rush all the damn time, you're gonna be very unhappy all your life. As long as you get the stuff you need to get done and you enjoy your time, what's the problem? Okay. Profile loaded, streaming. Cool. And it closes, and now that's the profile. I have a very different menu in mind. It's gonna be kind of diegetic, as in it's gonna be kind of a part of the game. I'm gonna be very careful. I'm not really gonna say much about that because spoilers. But yeah, this is interesting. There's not enough hair here by the ears, and I think maybe there needs to be more thickness to the back of the head, and maybe a nose as well, because it does look weird from the side, and this haircut is weird, especially when you go from the side. This looks tatty, or tacky, whatever. This needs to be straighter. I just didn't want it to look too unnatural. I don't know. Well, that's something I've made is well, I haven't actually programmed the system itself, but I've set it up so that with these assets I can configure a bunch of different looks for characters, and these are known as humans, and there'll be a bunch of them roaming around, and you'll be able to interact with them and ask them to join your party. Like, hey, and there'll be different levels, different skills, and they'll say different things, and you'll have to make the judgment. Like, do I want this person on my team or not? That looks ridiculous. But that's the idea anyway. And of course, if there are different levels and whatnot, they'll be more or less likely to want to be with you. If they're really strong, they might not want you on their team, and they might have different ulterior motives. I don't want to spoil too much. I'm gonna be reserved, and I'm gonna say as little as possible for now, because I can't take it back. I don't want to say nothing at all because I'm here to show off my game, but yes, be a bit careful. Let's walk here. I've got quite a distance going here. It takes quite a while to get places. I don't need more map than this. It looks small, but then you actually play it and it isn't. Especially once I'm adding more buildings and stuff, it will be a lot more interesting. The LOD on here is a little bit funny for this camera perspective because it was made for Skyways. Is that stuttering, man? But yeah, these are the Skyways mushrooms. I believe they should have gliders. They do, but This is completely weird. I was not aware of this. I believe it's because the angle changed. Because when we're like this, it's completely fine and straight. But because we go into this angle here, it kind of phases through because we're at a strange angle. I can show that off. This should be it. Yeah. Okay. Let's make that happen again. Yeah. Collider. Where is the collider anyway? The collider is just simply not rotating with the, and that's why. So if I change that, okay. But then I'm changing the, should the collider, no, because then this is a physics object. I can also just make all the colliders of the objects bigger, but that's a rougher solution. I don't really like that as much. Yeah, I don't know. See, here's the forest, and the idea is that you're walking around and you're talking to different people, and there'll be more trees. I want to do like GPU instancing or something so that they're more performant. Yes, they're 2D, but they're still objects. I like that I can do this. I can walk around the trees just fine, cleanly. And these colliders are an appropriate size. I guess this is what I've actually used for testing. And I've made paths here. This is all done in Blender. I'm just painting materials. It's very simple. The philosophy is just make it in an efficient and clean way. I know he's become a soy boy, but I liked what James Rolfe AVGN said in that special where he shows everyone how he makes his videos, how he received the advice of, well, a special effects, just do it in Photoshop, like as in don't strain yourself too much over it. It's not a big deal. I think that makes sense, you know. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't go in for those diminishing returns. If you do, just only a little bit for something that's really, really cool. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go in for the items now. This 32 by 32 canvas, yeah. And now it's time to be creative. I've got the item system in here as well, but I don't really know. I haven't quite finished. I certainly don't have an interface for it. Although actually I do have something. It's not just on paper. I'm not sure where it's gone, but somewhere. Oh yeah, here. It's just not a prefab, that's why I didn't. I want to show this off first. This is kind of how it will be. This doesn't really show you very well what's going on, but basically this will be like all the party members. It can be as little as just you, and it can be as many as maybe 8 or whatever, you know. No, yeah, but only 4 can be in the battle at once, because otherwise it gets too messy. And I think it's good that you have to choose what kind of characters you want for different battles, and if you have too many, then it gets to be too easy, even though you're the one doing all the attacking, because each one will have a separate cooldown. Right now there isn't a cooldown, but it's an easy feature to make. Here, and this is a little bit inspired by Sacred Seasons, but here there will be a list of all your items, and you can select through. I'm not really a big fan of icons. I guess there'll be some icons, but I like the text. I like to read. I think I have a hard time parsing icons, and I think when it's just icons, it's very annoying. And there'll be different kinds of menus here. I'm pretty sure this was item categories. I've got the full thing on paper, but this will be like different categories of items or something like that, and they'll be ordered by level most likely. But maybe by name. I mean, that's kind of a detail I'll figure out when I get to it. A bridge I'll cross, And here, the main part over here, I'm sure you can see my cursor. It's streaming at 1080p. There'll be you'll see the character that you've selected, and you'll be able to. I think you'll be able to customize your own character, the different things here. Or maybe that only happens when you first create the character. I'm not sure, like when you first start the game. But you won't be able to customize the others because they are supposed to be like ready-made people, and they're not. They're not really. You can't just change them. What else I'm thinking is, you'll be able to see what weapons you're holding. I haven't added sort of a weapon display or any animations in the battle view, but that's coming. But don't expect anything really fancy, because I mean this is kind of a big scope thing where, it's prime for scope creep. If I were to say, oh, I've got to have like attack and idle animations, and they've got to have like several frames for each. I mean, these character drawings and enemy drawings are quite high detail. If I make this really, if I do a ton of frames, it's gonna take way longer, and I've just got to get the game out. Maybe it'll be worth doing in an update someday, but not for the release version. No way. It would be irresponsible. And there'll also be stuff down here like your stats mainly. Okay. I'm gonna do a bit of this. It's cold. And now I'm gonna think about items, and I think it's easy to be to be a perfectionist for this. It's easy to think, well, that's just not good enough, that's not creative enough, that's already been done. Maybe you'll have a few items like that'll be just extremely creative, but that can't be your standard for everything. So really, it's better to just sort of start drawing stuff. I'm using a 32 color palette because I like how clean it is, and it makes it feel very computery. This is just something. Looks almost like a petrol, not a pump, but like engine. It's a fuel light basically, and you can write poop. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm pooping. Puppet, puppet. Or not. I think I should bring up the old one and see what kind of stuff. It's just OBS. Let's open a new one. I usually do Windows E, but I didn't this time. It's in sprites. Oh yeah, it's also just in recent objects, recent files. I'm gonna open this. And this is what I made the other day. I drew all this just manually. The spacing, like the kerning, I guess, is a little bit weird, but then again, it's supposed to look a little bit 3D. You know? It's kind of like a weird magic stone thing, and you'd hold it by that dark part, and it's got some sort of magic in it. It's supposed to be a little bit ambiguous. I mean, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I can reveal this, because this is like basically almost the main hook of the game. Not really, kind of the recruitment system is, but anyway, it's a big part of the game is that this is a game. This is a video game item in terms of in the game world, not just in the real world. This is a video game item twice over, because that's what they call the meta game. Did I just name the game? I don't know. You wouldn't be. It's not a good name. You wouldn't be able to find it. But I guess the thought's going. Yes, the thought's going. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm thinking about one big thing that stopped me from making items is, well, who decides what items exist in this game world? Because let's just say the guy who runs the game, the admin, is not a good guy, and he does not want you to have control. I like the shape I've made. I'm going to save it regardless. I'm going to save this as T items 01 or something, because I haven't made one of those where it's multiple ones. But you mean, I mean, then again, they want you to be playing this game instead of the real. Let's not say too much, but they want you playing the game, and if that's not if that's not happening, then like it should be basically like handing your small sibling the controller. So I guess maybe they're giving the baby his bottle. Really, it's cleaner to do these in multiple. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a sword. I'm gonna make a new one of these, and I'm gonna call it T Sword 01. I'm not sure what kind of sword yet. Maybe I should. Yeah, whatever. And yeah, it's always very fun and satisfying in games when you've got different tiers of swords. You've got the simple stuff, basic stuff, and then you go from there. So you're gonna see how I draw art here. This is definitely a multiple pixel thing, so let's do this and this. Might as well do that. We have to think. So this is gonna be seen from, I think it should be kind of this. Oh, that's a bit weird. it should be this. I trained forearms yesterday. This, yes, this kind of angle, because that's kind of how the items will be held. This, or like just straight up like that. Yeah, some items will just be normal. But then again, maybe if they're upright and then they're rotated in game, but then that interferes with the possibility of having like item animations as you attack. It you can do it, but it's going to be a lot more of a faff. Now this is also something that might take me a lot of time, but but it makes my products better, is that I think about the tech debt. I think about, well, how is the system going to work. I think about the scalability. I don't just say that. A lot of people talk about scalability, but they don't really, they more just say because it's popular. This looks a little bit too good maybe for a base sword. Maybe if I make it small. I mean, it's how you use it. I think we need more pixel here. That's not good. Let's... So it's almost like a dagger. And I like to get the shape down first before I start the shading and the detailed coloring and stuff like that. That's not sharp enough. Oh wait, I think actually that's kind of good, although this maybe it needs one more after all. Oh, that's too much. Hey, I have an idea here. Duplicate this layer. Oh. Move. Oh yeah, no. What? Oh, I haven't actually duplicated it. There you go. And then we merge them. Well, I mean, this is a little bit weird. This is the center one. 1, 2. Oh, I think it's just that's going there, but that's not. Okay, well that's fine. Let's merge them. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I can change that later, but that's not very important. You get a sharper edge as well. It gets to be a little Minecrafty, but that can be avoided. We don't have the same resolution or angle or colors or like materials really. This will be like an iron or a steel sword or something, or a dagger. Oh, what? Oh, it's the eraser. That's too much. Sometimes I use reference images, but I haven't really been doing that much here. Okay, I'm not going to go all the way here, but I just wanted to see if it lines up. There's definitely got to be a decoration here. And yeah, this is absolutely a very where's the lighting coming from? Usually the lighting's coming from the left in these, top left. But here was top right. Maybe it shouldn't be. Let's have a look at other stuff I've made that has shading. The portal is from the left. Trees from the left, although these are the skull and crossbones. This I'm pretty proud of actually. I think it looks cool. And there's no cheating here. I'm only using the real colours here. It took me a little while, but I did it. Probably didn't take me an extreme amount of time. I got the right amount of detail in this for the resolution, and I fit it and I made it symmetrical and clean and shaded. I think this turned out very well. It's obviously this could be used like when a character dies or something. And also as a kind of a stat icon of some kind. But I'm mainly envisioning the particle effect. So if I do this on both sides, it starts to look a little weird, even though it technically makes sense. And of course, yeah, it is metal, and that portraying that with just normal diffuse pixel art is a bit weird. Also, this is not symmetrical, and it really should be. Or it could go up like here. We could do a bit of a... Yeah. That's cool looking. Maybe extend it a little bit, not that far. And then maybe... That's interesting. Yeah, I like that better. It's more interesting. It's more fun. And it would have to go like this or something over here, but that's not quite right. Yeah, that's a little bit off. I like that. Yeah, these are not symmetrical here. They should be more like over here. Don't make me sit and actually count the damn thing. Okay, let's see. That doesn't look as good. Maybe if we do this instead. Not quite that, but... There you go. It just doesn't look as good as it was. Now I'm going to have to redo that. I think it was this. Not that. I think the lighting is coming from here. Because that's how it is in the battle scene. Often I would do this as a separate layer actually. Shading. I didn't know. There's no real reason, I just didn't. Now it looks like a blaze rod. this should be green. I want a better green. This just to signify that you're green, you're new. Maybe the handle can be a different material. Oh, that does not go with that. But what about a brighter one? I think now we change this. Either that or we go for a really dark green. That's too dark, but I can come back to it. Here we need a glint. Is this the same color? Yeah, okay. What's going on here? There's some kind of key being pressed that I don't know about because this is not right. Like there's a selection, but that's just this. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Oh, it's because it was doing that. This black is technically a little bit blue because it's part of the palette. I believe it is anyway. Yeah, almost a little purpley actually, but that's alright. I did this because I want. Okay. Now I'm gonna do another layer for it. I'm gonna need to use this. I'm not gonna go crazy with the color choices here. It just looks a little bit. Yeah, but maybe that's okay. And then a little, but maybe the contrast isn't. A little bit of that is good, but then that's the same color as that, so I can't go too far with it. That or no, that. Okay. Maybe. Oh, wrong layer. I need to go for this. Maybe here we can do a bit of trolling. It's called. We do a little trolling. Yes, I am addicted to saying that. Because the light goes in this direction. It's starting to look pretty good now. It's starting to look like a little dagger or something. A little bit uneven, but it's fun. Lite mörk och kulen men ändå så kär. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much done. I don't really like the colors here, but otherwise. My art style is pretty simple, but I think it's nice, it's distinctive, and not in the ugly sense. It's just kind of simple, bright colors. Oh yeah, this font thing is to be. Okay, I need to put the chicken on soon. I'm hungry. I've had a big past mac and cheese meal, but I mean it's only like 800 calories. It's nothing. Sword. I want to pick a different color. Bit of shading going on. I like this kind of the you know, it conveys the idea of a sword quite well. It needs to stand out more. Maybe a blue one would look better. It does look way better. Maybe even the middle blue. Yeah, I think the middle blue's the other one's a bit too bright. It's just I wanted it to be green. I mean that's actually not too bad. No, I think that's alright. Maybe there's not enough personality to this, but then again, there's only so much you can do. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and pee. I'll be right back. And my mic, you can still hear me, can't you? Oh, is it really noisy? I don't know. I'll turn the. Alright. I am returned. I am the monkey. I have peed. I'm telling you, putting this thing on was such a confidence boost and morale boost that yes, sure, I've got the asymmetry. That's going to take a while. Might take years before that's, evened out. But I look so damn big. My lats are popping out way more than they used to, and I've got this going on. This is my smaller arm. I mean, I'm expecting a lot of arm gains. I'm expecting, I don't know, just significant. So I'm really glad I put this on. Really cheered me up. Or made me feel better about my physique. Alright, let's get back to work. Oh, yeah, part of the shading might be interesting to do. Let's make sure we put the proper layer for it. K is what I wanted, and then a little bit of over here. No, what if there? It almost looks good, but because of that, it doesn't. Do I just remove that? I guess I could. Maybe. I'm gonna try it. Is that the wrong layer? Oh, I've sampled the wrong thing. Oh yeah, it is the wrong layer altogether here. It's. Sure. Okay, let's do it. There is also this. Oh, I've got the wrong color. No, I haven't. I'm beautiful. When we do all this, that's no good. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's not clean. They're not clean visuals anymore. And I want very clean, readable visuals. Oh. This is a lot easier to see, and you know, like this. Oh, that looks like an item. That looks like something from a video game or something. What? Yeah, the little. That's he. That's a nice arrow, by the way. Goodness. Okay, let's make something else. Let's make another sword. Let's. I'm gonna copy. Both of these things up like that. Make a new one. Because they'll be the foundation of the new. I'll copy the shading layer as well. It's good to have. Maybe an ice one. Maybe one that's like nautical and fishy, like a fish dagger or a fishmonger's dagger. So it'd be like. Colors are all a bit bright, but it's kind of interesting. I want it to look scaly. Maybe this is a pretty deep color, so it should be like. You know, it's faster to do it this way. Let's get the and then we can just do that. And this would be this could be the base of it, but it needs a bit of texture if we're going to do this. And this needs to change as well. And it'd be a little slippery or something. I don't know. convey fish in such few, maybe with a pattern. Let's just see what colour is. Okay, that's the same one. And that's that. I guess we have to try a darker one in that case. It's very hard to convey scales at this scale. Maybe we don't want this same thing going on here. Yeah, this should definitely be different. This should, yeah. This should be kind of where the fishness is conveyed. It should be like a fin or something. Or like this, it's like a catfish's whiskers. Oh, that looks really cool. I really like that. You know what would be really cool? If the blade were like fish bone. But how the hell do I convey such a small little thing in 32 by 32? Even if I make this all long. Fish have bones, they have gills, they have mouths, and they fart, and they have this should be different. Maybe it's kind of gold or yeah, I don't want it to be, or maybe it's a bronze, but I don't want it to be the same wooden color. That should be here, I guess. And then this goes over here, and I'm gonna be a monkey or something. And this would have to be blue. Let's try this blue. It looks a little bit like an emissive material, or a missing material as well. Fishmonger's sword. Pretty sure you can't have any apostrophes or anything. Okay. Man, I didn't know I'd be making a fishmonger's sword when I woke up today. Guess who just got back today? The White Boys since you've been away. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town to kill you. Maybe in the forest you can like get a special stick. And it's just a stick, but it's like it does damage, but it's not a staff, it's a stick. Because when you're walking around in the forest and you find a stick and it looks like a gun. Yeah. Why am I so excited? Who am I? And what have I done to Monkey? Monkey's never excited. Monkey's just grouchy. So kind of a brown. Monkey business going down. I think. No, let's use the pencil for the outline, and then I can use the brush to get a thicker like main brush, and then this stuff is thinner. So a gun is kind of. I'm thinking a rifle. Gun is kind of like this. And here is a bit of this thickness here, which I did say I was going to do. I'm going to need to do a reference here. I'm going to do it in this browser. Yeah, I made sure there's nothing nothing about the incident of 97 on there. Okay, so AK-47, the Eternal Gun. Let's have a look at it. I do have kind of this angle. So there's kind of the main, and that sticks out. I think, I mean, it needs to look a bit silly. It needs to look a little bit like it is genuinely just a cool stick that looks a little bit gunny. But also kind of serious. Monkey business going down. Oh yeah, this is the wrong way around for a magazine. But let's not get too detailed here. This still needs to look like it's a stick. Okay. This isn't really, doesn't need to be so. Yeah, that looks better. I think a little bit of thickness here. And I'm thinking, obviously we're going to have shading and stuff. There should be a little bit of moss on this. And there should be in spots. It should be a bit more wear. But basically to imply further the AK. That's interesting. But there should be some missing there. Yeah, something like that. Maybe even. Because otherwise it's too symmetrical for a stick. And now we have to do shading. I kind of don't like doing shading, but it's very important to give it the look. The lighting's coming from here. Okay. So we're doing a bit of this, a bit of that. Actually, I shouldn't be doing the shading yet. I haven't gotten the full albedo down yet. Let's get a bit of moss going. Should it be bright moss or... I mean, it comes from a pretty bright forest. The tone of the setting should not be all too grim, but it should be, yeah, but because it's kind of a distraction, right? So it's fine to have like brightness and everything. It's too saturated. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna leave the this kind of looks moldy. We might have to resort to like leaves. Where would be good to have a leaf? Pretty cool. And here should be a bit of a cut off. That can be done with shading though. 1430s. Okay, after this stick is done, I have to put Jicket on. Part of me just doesn't want to work anymore, but that's way too short of a work day. It's been a bit over an hour, and I hadn't really done much before I started streaming. Let's get the right thing up. I want to see the thing or something. Okay, let's get it live. Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought there was a massive delay, but there was not. I'm not gonna be streaming it like this. Oh, there's been a viewer once, 2 times. One viewer 2 times. Can't tell who it was. I was not aware. Any more leaves? No, I don't think so. What is on here? Oh, that's the shading layer. Or maybe orange. We'll go here, and we'll do a little bit of this. Something that shading does is it gives your art way more shape. Here you can tell where this stuff goes in and what, but it's way more 3D. So it is important, even if it is a bit boring to do sometimes. That should be like that, yeah. The stick is pretty linear and simple. This should be darker, and I want a bit of a cut off there because that's where the mag would go in. I really like this idea for a weapon. Let's see. Is this darker than... No, it's not. Let's go for a full... something like this. And it's probably going to be a little brighter here again because... maybe even more because it is kind of maybe jutting out to the side. This is directly behind. So maybe a little bit of brightness going on over here. It's not too shaded, I don't think. No, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna bronze shading. Yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Maybe. That is the same color. So it's like this. Nope. What if I made all of this like that? No. That would be a weird shape. We have to do a little bit of darkness here, but not as much because it is pretty flat. Just a little bit, and it can't just be 1 pixel because. Man, that looks really cool. I haven't seen it. Okay, well, T. Forest rifle. I do need to do the leaves as well, mustn't forget. There's not much to do there, but I'll still make a different layer for it, just to be clean. Leaf shading. Question is, since there are so few pixels, do I go for more of a like following the lighting look or implying the shape kind of look? I guess what it should be is that it's oriented in a way where you get both, but that's too much. Yeah, it works like that too. Cool. For a second I thought it wasn't live, even though I'd seen the thing. Ugh. I thought, man, I've just been doing this myself. Obviously it would have still been productive, but I'm really happy to be streaming, even if no one's watching. I would like people to be watching, but they'll come. I think this is done. If I do anything more, I'll just be overdoing it. I need to put chicken on. I'll be right back. Actually, I remembered. I remembered that I've got to calculate how much chicken I need first, and given that, I might as well do that while I'm streaming. There's no reason not to. Well, I can talk about it, I guess. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I calculate these things. Right? So basically it's based on how much protein I need, and I'm going with 200 grams of protein at the bow, which is reasonable. It's pretty high, it's above a gram per pound, but it's not anything crazy. I'm weighing about 180 right now, not a super lean one, but I mean like 19, or yeah, just barely 19% body fat. So 200 over 180 is like, yeah, that's not much. It was 1.25 when I started doing that, so maybe I need to up it a bit. But I'm often exceeding it, especially because of the chicken, obviously big pieces. And if I'm not like going under and then compensating with cheese, which can too much cheese, then yeah. But thus far I've had 40 grams of cheese, and that's 25 grams per hectogram. Yeah, of protein. And that's all really. Although, yeah, I'm probably just gonna do this and then see how much I need in chicken. The chicken is cheaper than the cheese. Even the cheese is more expensive now than when I bought it, and it's not on sale for. It doesn't go as low anymore, it seems. It's crazy the prices, man. Like over $6 a pound, if that's the currency. The 132 crowns per kilo, and that's like the cheaper option. That's the big, like £5 thing. Okay, but like 69.90 per kilo times 250. No, per gram it's 27, almost 28 öre. And the chicken, it was on sale, so it's 30 per bag, and it says 1 kilo. Sometimes it goes above there, but I'm not gonna assume that you get more. It feels like it's more like 1100, but if it says 1,000, or a kilo, that's probably be the average. So 30 crowns per for 190, because it's 19 per 100 grams, and if it's a kilo, 30. So 15 out of it's the cheese is almost twice as expensive, and it's way more expensive now. It's like twice this pretty much, which is just unsustainable. I mean, this is why I need my game to be successful, and this is why I need. This is why you need to buy my game, so that I can buy cheese and chicken and keep bulking and like have a wife and kids and have my own home and whatnot. Live with my mum at age 24, but also bulking and getting swole. Yeah. Okay. So per gram of protein, the chicken is way cheaper. Okay. That's what I thought, but I had to confirm it. You see, this stuff can drag on a bit when I do. It's taking longer now because I'm explaining it and stuff, but I'll go back to this. So that's... Oh, I didn't do this right. So that's kilo exactly. I need to run the numbers on this anyway, so that's 30 crowns plus 0.04 times. I'm counting the price I bought it at. So 32 for that, and then the pastas. Yeah, so I'm getting down to like 40 crowns per day, which is really good. Maybe a bit more. I've been having lard lately because it was cheaper than butter, but it doesn't really taste of anything. The little bit of taste it does have is not nice. But I've got 3 of them, like a kilo and a half. So I'm at least gonna finish the first one, surely. It's not like bad, so it's fine. Bad vita lam. Okay, so that compared to, well, it doesn't matter. It would always be more expensive because the cheese is more expensive than the. Yeah. It is more expensive on training days because I do more cheese and I do some eggs. I have bought a lot of eggs over a long span of time, but at good deals. Most of them are in the freezer, which works, by the way, but you have to thaw them before you can use them, and they do crack, so you can't boil them afterwards. Okay, well, a kilo of chicken. I'm gonna go for that. A kilo of chicken. Alright, I've put chicken on and I've gone pee again. Oh, my pecs are sore still. And I'm supposed to train them again tomorrow. At least it's not incline, it's a different angle, but damn. Well, I'm eating a lot. I do have to put this into the calories. So 700 plus 0.4 times 354 plus 10.53 times 200 plus oh, I need to weigh out the potatoes. Okay. I'm gonna say a poop word. Okay. I'm 74, and there's still a lot of calories that need to be consumed. Not as many as yesterday because I'm not training. Although I might need to up it a bit more still. Which is crazy, but also reasonable. I like this. That's a cool thing. I hadn't been doing enough triceps, and I was hardly doing any direct tricep work, but now I've started doing it, and it's been a while, but I'm making progress, and I'm getting somewhere, and eventually I'm gonna have those 15-inch arms, and then I'm gonna have the 16-inch arms, and guess what? What comes out to that? I'm gonna have 17-inch arms. What?
I can't believe that. That's crazy. I did not see that coming. What?
I love to do that. I love to do that voice because I have 24/7 baby fever, and all I want to do is just be a dad and have these little ones, and I toss them in the air, and they go, oh, I'm gonna toss them to the moon. Oh yeah. And that's why I'm doing this. I chose video games because it's something I like doing. I like it and I don't like it. I like it when I'm doing it a certain way, when I'm having fun with it. I chose it because it's something I can do and something that I don't really mind doing at the very least. But I'm having fun with it now, certainly. But that's what's driving me. That's what's motivating me, is becoming a dad, having the little ones.
Poop.
You poop?
Yeah. Poop.
When was this?
No, I poop. No.
Oh, okay. You get.
You need to. Why did you poop? Why you talking like? I don't talk like that. I'm not a baby. Mm,
says the baby.
I'm not
R2.
Ditto.
Okay. You get the idea. Now I'm feeling a little bit silly. I am silly, but everything in moderation. I am thinking, how much more do I stream? Only because, you know, I added up the numbers. I see that it's not broken. I added up the cost of the food for today, by the way. An estimate, actually, because I didn't know all the numbers yet. But 45 crowns. $4.60, because the dollar is quite low at the mo. Not bad. I've been trying to aim for like 50 or low 50s, but I really don't have a lot of money. Okay. Where is that? I have an idea. Live, and then not live anymore, or just do a bit of. But does it look better the other way around? No. I look weird in this. I look really weird. I look so weird in this, man. What is this? But it's also kind of funny. I don't know. And this is what I would look like in real life, because everything's the right way around. I'm gonna make this the thumbnail because I can. Okay, come on. He's trying. JPEG. And then it doesn't need to be high quality or whatever. Details, customization. I know you can add a thumbnail. There was the option before, but I don't know what happened. I don't think I should show the thing. Close. Maybe it's under here somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. No, that's the wrong thumbnail. Now I've changed the thumbnail of the stream. Maybe not the most productive use of time, and I'm not gonna worry about that. The neck looks really odd in this island because it does still go in. I don't know. I'm doing a funny face here. I'm trying to make the neck look as thick as possible. Honestly, this pose might be just more better. No. Whatever, this doesn't matter. Twig. What next? Maybe another dagger or a sword or something. This does look really cool, actually. I can't believe I did this. Yeah, no, sure, it's not very clear, or I really don't care. I think it looks really nice. I'm thinking about the areas. Something deserty, maybe a deserty dagger. I don't really want to make another dagger right now, but I'm thinking maybe I can make a healing potion, because even if that's not shown in the or some kind of healing thing, because even if it's not shown in the hand or whatever, it might be thrown when you do a healing thing. I just don't want to make it the same as every other thing, you know. That's okay, and then redo that there. There or something like that. Let's make this 1 pixel. Return once more. I can't take much more. It had kind of a thing going on. It's like a cut off or something. And a cork on that. I want the actual liquid to be sort of glowy, probably green. Although the health is red, I can change the health color. I'm gonna see if I like that better. Actually, because then, or I could have this just be white, and then I can have any color I want. The man who was thinking about his trial, he only fought it to relax. Oh yeah, here. So hue is 0 here. And I'm only going to change the hue. That is the idea anyway. Oh yeah, that really looks like battery now. What about it like a different color? What about a blue? Interesting, but that's more like mana. This is too dark anyway. Even if not. Pink implies that there's some sort of girly theme, and that's just what it does, you know. Yellow. As is another themed one. I think green, maybe a bluish green, but yeah. I think the Fortnite Slurp Juice. Why do I know what it's called? But I think that's a similar color. Yeah, I should pick from the thing, but at least this is sort of a test. That's good. Although I want to see it in action. That's what I had in mind. So let's. Yeah, this is one thing. I could use the menu set thing here to. Oh no, I didn't mean that. To make this whole thing go better. I don't really do editor scripting, so these kinds of things I do manually. Okay, I can't. This does not want to work, but. And maybe this text needs to be black instead, or whatever. That's not a problem. Or I can do an outline. I don't like the bluish green. I really like this. I made this. Can you believe that? I made this years ago now. Don't know when exactly. Player stat health. I think that's it. Yeah, because it's got that. Let's try a more greener green. I don't know. Maybe it makes it look too much like a battery, and I made that too. I made the art for those. I made this whole damn thing. I'm gonna change it back to 0. It'll be this, the yellow, or some other kind of colors to convey. but what if this and not that? And then no, I can't cheat with transparency. There is something I know where I know I'm going to use transparency, but it wouldn't be this. Actually, now I'm of two minds. It's just technically I'm breaking the palette if I do this. Duplicate this as sort of a backup, and I'm going to do some. Oh, not that. It looks pink. Kind of interesting, but not really what I'm going for. This is maybe too bright. Or maybe not. It does look kind of weird. I think the shape here is a bit wrong too. Oh yeah, this is definitely off. I don't like the yellows. I don't think that looks good. Okay, well that's the same color. What about this darkness then? I do need to save. Potion 01. Yeah, that really works. That really adds so much to it. I'm starting to slow down, and I don't know if it's just that I'm hungry or what's going on, but this is definitely gonna need more work, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to work on it right now. I really don't. I am gonna listen to my audio. I'm gonna listen back to it. This is definitely gonna need more work, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to work on it right now. Okay, it's alright. You can mainly just hear my computer. It's not just a bunch of like static noise. Okay, I'm not as exciting anymore. I wonder if I should stop streaming or if I should go a little longer, you know. You should quit while you're ahead, they say, but I'm a lot more than just that. Yeah, it still looks good. And this here, I think looks great. I think that's the best one we've had today. I could tweak this a little bit, but it's just meant to be kind of a doohickey, a magic one, a magical one, whatever. This is obviously done and finished. I guess I could make cacti for the desert, not as a not as an item, but as a prop, as this thing in the world. Some of those props and stuff are 64 by 64. Maybe that's what I should do. Or they should be 3D, I don't know, because they're just like cylinders. I put born to shit, forced to wipe, eyes, nose, mouth. That's been bulking too much. It should be more like no, there should be a main one that's just upright. Cool, and then now that's looking a bit cactus today. But we need a bit of that. I suppose I should make a few different ones. Man, I'm so tired. I'm just not sleeping well. I'm glad I put the chicken on, because if that's what's causing it, man. And I dedicate a lot of time to the beddy times, so I don't want the second half of the stream to just be low energy and tired and kind of sad compared to what I had before. So I'm not really sure. Again, should I stop? How much? I think if I'm continuing to make stuff, I will continue to stream. But when I don't have it in me to make more stuff, then I'm done for today. It's just too bright of a. Okay, maybe this is better. It's hard to convey this stuff. I think. Oh, that's interesting. It's like hands or claws. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, now it's starting to look right. You have to remember that if you're doing a cartoony style, you need to simplify, you need to make it more abstract. It needs to be unrealistic because otherwise it doesn't look right. You have to embrace and accept the limitations of your medium. Yeah. Let's do a dark background just to get a better idea. Yeah, okay. Question is, should I maybe try to make something that helps these things stand out? Because it's going to be in a bright environment, you know, it's a bright yellow environment. I think the shading will do that. I think it will be fine. Honestly, I don't think there's anything more to say. I can stream again later if I want to, and next time, and unless I'm streaming again today, which I'm not planning on, but it could happen. Unless I'm streaming again today, I should be. My streams will be on Helmersoft from now on, and I've got that linked in the description. Check that out. I would have been streaming that on there already, but I just apparently I couldn't do that today because of YouTube. Well, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. This will be the first. I'll make more of them. I don't have any schedule in mind, but I'll make them when I make them. So if you don't wanna miss them, you can go and join my Discord server. If it's not in the description, at least it's gonna be in like a pinned comment. And yes, there's manual vetting there, but as long as you're not some kind of complete crazy, then you will be let in. Don't just leave immediately, because there is a lot more to the server than just like the welcoming kind of channel. And you'll be able to see when I go live. You'll be able to see updates on the game as I post them, because it's a lot easier to post there than to do a stream or a video. And it's a fun place. What else is there? I mean, I post about my fitness as well. You can post about yours if you want to. That's fun. That's something I do a lot. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you have a lovely day. It's almost Easter. It'll be Easter this weekend, and yeah. Thanks for watching the stream. I'll see you when I see you. I hope you'll be wishlisting the game. You can't do that yet, but keep the thought in your mind that I'm gonna wishlist this game when it comes out on Steam. Okay,